Namaste. Hi, this is Destiny. Hi, I am here today because we're going to talk about one of the most loved superheroes. And I know y'all minds going like, oh, you call him out, but what about Superman? Wow. I remember that story as me when I was growing up about Superman. I remember the cartoons, I remember the movies, and it was about Superman. So today I feel like stepping up in my superpowers because I am unstoppable. And this came to me because there was something that Superman could not perform at his greatest power. And he became unstoppable whenever he came into contact with that particular thing. So let's jump into this. Destiny on a Wednesday, December 24th, 2019. Guys, let's get into this because this video here is going to be a lot of questions. And I'm going to put out there a lot of questions. And I just like for you guys just look at these questions, think on these questions, and then answer them. Drop your answers in the comment box. We all have a childhood memory somehow of Superman, okay? So, this topic will be titled, Either You're Unstoppable or Not. What is your kryptonite? I like that one. That really was good. Repeat it. Yes, let me do it again. Either you're unstoppable or not. What is your kryptonite? Okay, and we're gonna talk about one of our favorite superheroes, Superman. Now I'm gonna ask this question because all the questions that I ask, you can actually engage in this topic, in this subject, just by dropping your answers in the comment box. Was Superman invulnerable? Think on it. Was Superman invulnerable? We know that he has superpowers and that he was the most unstoppable of all the heroes, right? He didn't have to be afraid of anyone or anything. And he had such amazing strength. You know that. We saw the many fights and things that he came up against, and he always rewarded and he always won. He was unstoppable. We know that he was able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. He was able to stop a locomotive with his bare hands. And then on the other side of this superhero's life, he was a mild-mannered reporter named Clark Kent. Do y'all remember that story? Clark Kent. And with all our lives, there's another story. There's another side of each one of our lives. And one part of our life, we could be this super giant hero. Then another part of our lives, we could be this shy, intimidated person who is quiet and very laid back. But we always know that sometimes we got to step out of that quietness stage and that passive place in our life sometimes, so we can become that hero that we need to be, because at that moment, that is what is calling to show up. Okay, run away. Think about that. But listen, every boy and even some girls, they wanted to be Superman. Yes, you think that's right? Yes, I know. My children, my son, he wanted to be Superman. I had my girls. My girls always played, they were Superman, whatever. But one thing I never thought too much about was one of his weaknesses. All we could see in front of us was his power, his strength, his boldness, We saw that. But there was his one weakness, and that was kryptonite. Wow. Yes. Think about it. That was Superman's one weakness. That kryptonite, it will bring him down to his knees every time. He was no longer unstoppable when he came in contact with kryptonite. But there was something that did exist that could bring down even the man of steel. And nobody didn't think that nothing would be able to stop Superman. Something that could render him powerless, and even to the point of killing him. He was not the perfect hero after all, we might say, because he didn't master all areas of his life where he would come out on top, that he will show his powers through every situation that he had faced or had gone through. But we all have our ups and downs in life. We all have our strengths. We all have our weaknesses. We all have our powers, and we also have failures. There's something in our life that we may not conquer everything at that particular time. But let me ask you this question. What is your kryptonite? Drop your comments in the comment box. I want to hear from this. I want to hear from this conversation we're having, okay? What is your kryptonite? Have you ever wondered what kind of kryptonite you have? Admittedly, I am not that Superman, but I am an infinite being having a temporary human experience on this planet. I'm not that Superman, but I am a supernatural being created by the divine creator of the universe. I got unstoppable powers. Ain't nothing can stop me, not even kryptonite. I am bold. I am confident in the creator who created me in his likeness, in his image. That's my kryptonite. I am bold and strong in the power of my creator of the universe. What is your kryptonite? Have you ever thought that there are certain areas in your life which could render you as vulnerable as the glowing green rock that would take Mr. Clark Kent and alter his ego? Did you get what I just said? Okay, I like to repeat things. Have you ever thought that there are certain areas in life which could render you as vulnerable as the glowing green rock can to Mr. Clark Kent's alter ego? If you could identify your kryptonite, would you remove that kryptonite from your life? If you could pinpoint it, if you could identify the kryptonite in your life, would you remove it? More questions, you can put your answers in the comment box. One of mine, or it could be perhaps one of yours as well, greatest kryptonite is getting offended by people's negative thoughts of myself. And that hurts me. When people misjudge me and when people put out remarks about me, which I know is not true, but it's very painful and harmful, and they're showcasing you as this terrible person, and they say all kinds of terrible things against me, and they just bitter and very rude toward me, and that offends me. And that was been one of my greatest kryptonite. And that's something I'm working on. The creator of the universe is working that through out of me, where I'm not at that place where I was some years ago. He's getting me stronger, and he's getting me over that. So that was one of my greatest kryptonite. It's being offended by people's negative thoughts of myself. And that may perhaps be one of yours. But wow, you say that that's not as rare as kryptonite? I think so. But it's as common as dirt. That can get down really low when people tear down your integrity. They break down your character. They discredit you. And they hurt you. And they just slander you and your name and in front of other people so they can really just purposely damage your feelings, and you become so emotionally hurt through all that. But it can be really common as dirt, and I know that for a truth. And I know that we all get offended over something or something being said or something being done to us at one point of our lives. And I know sometimes it's hard to get over this. It's hard to get over such offenses. But we all get offended to varying degrees. An offense can cause damage ranging from annoyance to a lifetime of bitterness and self-destruction. And the worst thing is this: we can't eliminate the possibility of its occurrence. It's an inevitable as death, and you paying taxes. Because death is going to happen, and every year come around, you'll have to file those taxes. It's inevitable. And we can't control how other people think. We can't control how other people will think, or how they will speak, or how they will act. So in this life, there will be offenses, and I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of them. But it's going to depend on how we will step up when the offenses come at us. Are we going to lay down and we're going to wallow in pity? Or are we going to give them the platform where they can get the praise and everybody looking at them clapping? Or are we going to stand up and dress that we know who we are and we don't have to even answer to those things? And I'm learning that Destiny is learning those things. Like I said, it takes time. I'm not saying that we're going to leap a single building in one bound like Superman, but it takes process, and it takes growing, and it takes trust in the universe and trust in your divine creator to pull you from that ego, that altered part of the ego, up to our higher, greater self. Now let me say this. Many people have fallen victims to offenses. And I told you, I'm raising my hand. Yes, I have. I'm not going to sit out there and make you think that I never made a mistake, that I am perfect in everything I've done in my life. Even though my Father Creator, the God of the universe said, be ye perfect. Even though as your Father in heaven is perfect. Yes, he created us perfect beings, but there was a fall. When we allowed our ego to come in and program us and take us out of the perfect plan of the Creator. Another topic. But yes, many people have fallen victim to offenses. And I'm not writing this on, and I'm not sitting out here speaking this and saying all this on this platform to condemn anybody. I'm not out here to shame anyone. But I'm here to make you think about this. Think about this. Sometimes we need a message that will hit us right in the face to open up our minds and our hearts and our eyes so we can really look at it from another side or another angle, so we can uncover all that we are hidden, so we can ignore it like it never exists. Sometimes we got to bring up the dirty, we got to bring up the hurts, we got to bring up the pain, we got to bring up all the things that we have tried to run away from, so we won't have to address these situations. Bring them up and we have to deal with them. Yes, we got to deal with them. But this is just something to make you think. And I hope this will make you think so you can take a positive reaction toward it of healing yourself from these offenses and any other things that come to bring you down from your higher, greater self to your lower self-conscious state of mind. Do you know someone who has been holding a grudge for years? And I'm just going to ask a lot of questions, and you can answer these questions in the comment box. Do you know someone who has spoken roughly or cruelly to someone that has not done anything to them to receive such harsh behavior? Do you know someone who hasn't spoken to another person who was once close because of an offense? Do you know someone who is deeply depressed because of an offense, whether deliberate or not? I mean, these are questions, things I said. I'm asking these questions to make you think. It may have been to someone else that you have witnessed these things to happen to, or I know it could have happened even to your own very life. And sometimes we just press things down and we try to cover it up, and so we continue move on, but you can't detach yourself away from the hurt and the pain and the all these aggravations and things until we address them. We really have to look at the issues in our life that has damaged us, that has harmed us, that has brought us to this place of low self-esteem. We have to address these things. So let's not trivialize this, okay? Let's get real with this. It's time to get real. It's time to heal. It's time to go on and grow into our beautiful, authentic self that the Creator God has created us to be, so we can move into our higher and greater conscious state of being. So let's trivialize all this. People can hold on to offenses, and they can act like cancer cells. You know, if a cancer cell, I mean, we all have cancer cells in our body. But like I said, it can get onset or triggered by certain things that we're putting in our bodies, or even what we're eating, or we're exposed to certain chemicals and things to that nature. But people can hold on to offenses, and they can act like cancer cells. I mean, they allow it to eat them up to the very part of them where there's no more of them left. Offenses can grow, and they can spread into every area of your life until it totally consumes you. And countless tragedies, from personal estrangement to wars, can be traced back to offenses. So they are a real threat to our peace, both our inner peace and also to a global peace. Just think on it. I just want you to take this. I'm taking this slow because I want you to think on these things. Think on these things. The Bible always tells us, Selah, meditate on this. We have to meditate on this. We have to open our mind to the Creator, to the universe, and we gotta address these issues. If we never address issues and we keep covering them up and we keep on putting band-aids on them, we keep putting medication on it to soothe the hurt and the pains, and when we never address them, then we never can heal. We never heal ourselves through the divine Creator way of being healed. So now let's get back to this kryptonite. And I know we all know that kryptonite will bring Clark Kent down to his face. He was powerless. So what if you were to remove Superman's vulnerability to kryptonite? What do you think would happen? He would be utterly invulnerable. And then what about you? What if you could move your kryptonite? What if you could remove the kryptonite from your life? What would your life be like? Think about it. Drop your questions in the comment box. What if you could remove the effect of offenses in your life and you never allow those hurts from the past to either I mean, not even to just crack you anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not even to bring you to a place where you can feel that intense emotion that you once had felt in time past. What would this be like if we in this world where we would look like people that didn't hurt? What would this world look like if people didn't get offended by others? Well, I mean, just think about what would this world look like if people didn't get offended by other people? Because we get offended all the time. People are just mean. They don't care what they say and how they say it and how much of what they say that is hurtful, that is damaging. They don't care. As long as they got to get their point out and you know, it makes them feel good, make them feel like they in some power because they can put down a person. That's a coward. You think about it. That's being a coward. More than so, you're being a bully. So what would the world look like? Just think about it. If we didn't have all these energy vampires, all these old bullies out here trying to make people, you know, fearful and afraid, and all these people out here trying to control other people's lives, what would this world look like? What would your life look like? I just want you to answer these questions. Answer these questions. Think on this. Meditate on these questions, then answer them. Now imagine being as confident as Superman, standing before Lex Luthor's machine gun. Do y'all remember Lex Luthor? Go back. This is your childhood. Take it all the way back and remember. Do you know that what the offender did was wrong, unjust, it was mean, or it just was stupid? Think about it. I'm just giving you a chance to think about it. Think about it. A lot of things that we do, it can be really stupid, mean. And yet, guess what happened? The bullets, it just bounced right off. The flaming darts, it fizzled, and they fall feebly to the ground. And one of the reasons we react so strongly to the offenses are because they hurt. Yes, they hurt. Yes, it hurts, and you want to cry your heart out sometimes, and your eyes gets all swollen, and that pain, it intensifies, and it brings back and triggers every other thing in your life that hurts, and all these things now is surfacing up to the top of your brain, and all of a sudden now it's a playback, and you want to get revenge sometimes. That stuff hurts. That's all kryptonite. And we got to know how to get rid of this kryptonite in our lives. Ain't no need of trying to get around. We got to dispose it. Get rid of it. Wow. Whew. But you know what? And we don't want to get hurt again. I know I don't. I've been hurt. People, I'm telling y'all can't know even some of that hurts that I've been through. But like I said, I can't sit around here and dwell on my hurts. I'm taking the pain, the abuses, and all the other things, everything I've been through, I'm taking it and turning it around. And I want to use them to build my life a platform where I can stand up and speak out. And I'm not allowing it to have that power to keep me down and low. I'm getting rid of those kryptonites in my life. I'm stepping up in my greater, higher self. I am power. I am unstoppable. Kryptonite can't even stop me. I'm not getting hurt again. Not to the point where it's going to take me out of life. Where it's going to take me out of being my greater and higher self that the Creator God created me to be. He called me out of darkness into His marvelous light. I am God consciousness. Hey, there is greatness in me. There is greatness in you. There is power that the Creator has given all of us. We just got to know how to step up in it. And we just got to know how to say, hey, you know, pain don't have no place in my life anymore. I mean, yes, it's going to hurt. It's going to catch us off guard. But we got to know that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I'm not want to hurt again. Nobody wants to hurt. But if you could choose not to let that haughty glance, that snubbing or that rudeness affect you emotionally, if you could know that you could choose to let them bounce off of you like Superman, let those bullets bounce off of him. He let those bullets bounce off of his chest. That's how we got to get to that point. Bring it. Shoot me. Take your best shot at me. And when you better make sure you embrace yourself, because when it comes, hey, you got to be strong and in your greater power. Because you can bounce it over here, but guess what? It's bouncing right back and it's going to hit you. That's what Superman did when those bullets came at him. They came to hit him. And they bounced off of Superman's chest. Then you wouldn't be afraid if you had that kind of power. And you saying, well, if I had that kind of power, but you got to say, I have that kind of power. I have even greater power than that. Because I am an infinite being. I am unstoppable. The greater power is in me. You got that power. Your power is greater than the power of Superman. He was a cartoon. It's not a true story. But you are a true story. And you are a living experience. And you've been through a lot of this. And you know that you are able to do this. You just got to trust your God. Trust him. And you can do it. Wow. If only you would not be so afraid. Stand up in your power. Stand up and trust the universe. Trust your God. He said he will never leave you, nor will he forsake you. And he told you the greater one is in you. You are God consciousness. If you could just stand up in your power and let all those bullets that your enemies are shooting at you, you to just let them bounce off your chest, and you stand there and you look at them, but you keep moving and moving toward into your higher, greater self with that big smile on your face. They were like, this fool crazy. And they will run. They will run from you. But you got to stop being afraid. When you stop being afraid, then you could smile. Then you could laugh. And you could walk away knowing that you are victorious, that you are unstoppable. Or you could stand up and do what's right in the face of the offense without sinking to Lex Luthor's level. When we start sinking down to another person's level, then we're becoming no more than evil or wicked as that person is or their thoughts are. So, we can do it. We can stand up to our offenders. We can stand up to the people who comes to hurt us without sinking to that level that Lex Luthor sink to, or about even retaliating. We don't have to be that way. We can be a representation of our divine creator, God. So here's the good news. You can remove the kryptonite from your life. Say it with destiny. Say, I can remove the kryptonite that is in my life. I can remove the kryptonite from my life. And destiny, how are you going to do that? You got to rewire your brains, your thinking. You got to change the way you think. You got to renew your mind every single day with the words that your divine creator, he called you to be. If he say that you are great, then you are great. He say that you are beautiful, you're beautiful. Whatever he says, the creator God says, that you are. If he say that you are powerful, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. All those things, you better stand up and you better own it. You got super power beyond Superman's power. And that's how you can remove the kryptonite out of your life. Also, you can remove kryptonite through the form of forgiveness. By forgiving, you aren't condoning the actions of the enemies in your life, nor are you inviting a repeat of the harmful acts that has happened in your life, but you are removing your own emotional vulnerability to that person's actions or to that person's words. Do you think Superman forgave his enemy, Lex Luthor? But you had a chance to do it because you live in a real life. You are in a real story. This is your real self. This is your authentic self. You got the power within you. And you can do this. Superman was a cartoon. He wasn't a real story, but your story is real. You have the power to change that now with your way you're thinking, the way that you are seeing yourself, and the way that you believe in the power that the Creator has put inside of you. So think of lack of forgiveness, or think of the lack of self-righteousness being like that kryptonite. And no matter how hard Superman grips the kryptonite, it won't make Lex Luthor stop what he is doing to him. So long as you're allowing your enemy, those energy vampires, those people who come out there to slay you, to continue to do what they're doing, you will continue to have that kryptonite take you out of your power every single time. You cannot stop your enemy by allowing your enemy to come in and take your control and your power. You can't make them stop what they're doing because you're giving them permission to take your whole life and everything within you that Creator put in you and take it and throw it away and bring you down to your knees, to the place of being unstoppable. You are unstoppable. You are powerful. You are a super dynamic hero, and you are a real supernatural being. The greater power is in you. So I'm going to ask this question for the last time. After you reevaluated your mind, as you already know, spoke the positive words, you agree with everything that the Creator said you are, that you are in His likeness and in His image. He is unstoppable. He is love. He is light. He is peace. What are you? If you are in His likeness, in His image, that makes you the very same thing. You are unstoppable. Now you ask this question. Now I'm asking this question for the last time. What is your kryptonite? And you meditate on that and think on that. What is your kryptonite? I will see you at the next video. Namaste. I will see you later. I want y'all hit that comment box. I want to see some questions answered. Please do that for Destiny. Namaste.